Well, let's get to your waters, man. June 8th, MSG, first time headlining for Puerto Rican Day Parade. That's got to be awesome. Patrick Teixeira, man, he uses good movement. He's kind of awkward. How do you see yourself going about? I know you can't get into game plan, but how do you see yourself going about your
Man,
business?
just being patient, just being patient. The opportunity is gonna be there. The opportunity is gonna be there. He opens up a lot with his looping shot. He used a lot of this with his hands. Where he sets up obviously a lot of opportunities for me. I don't want to, again, like you said, I don't want to give out the game plan, but I feel like being patient, having good defense, staying tight with my defense. Obviously, it's gonna be a different look as a professional. I love fighting lefties, but it's going to be a different look because as a professional, I haven't faced any lefties, and I haven't sparred any lefties in a long time. So, just keeping that tight defense, my movement from the outside to the inside, fighting, touching the body. I feel like there's a lot of things that I can take advantage of, but it all starts with just being focused in there.
Cotto, he was a boxer puncher, but at 140 he would just go after guys and kill the body and stuff. We gonna see a little bit of that Miguel Cotto or more of the boxer puncher?
You guys are gonna see a spectacular show. You guys are gonna see a little bit of everything. I'm gonna show why I'm one of the best 154 pounders. I'm gonna show why I'm at a different level, and I'm gonna show why I deserve those big fights to happen now.
You're still just 21, but you are rated all the way up at number 4 now for the WBO title and at number 9 for the WBC. So
Yes.
where are we headed, man? How close is is it Josh Kelly next and then fight for a title? Like, where are we headed?
You just named them. You just named them. I feel like after this fight, after I get this victory in June 8th, is Josh Kelly, Erickson Lubin. I think those are the names that are realistically fights that we can make happen. And I feel like the company feels the same way. I feel like that's the way we're heading. That's what I want, obviously. But again, we just gotta wait and see. I gotta get the victory first, June 8th, and then we'll focus on everything else.
Well, you mentioned, because now there's a little bit of pressure on you. Your headline in the Garden, really being thrusted into that Tito and Cotto role by headlining it. And you mentioned with Devin Haney that by trying to impress people, give them what they want, you get away from what you do best. How do you go about that? Because I imagine you want to live up to the pressure. You want to deliver a stoppage. So, but how
Man,
do you go
Sean,
about it the right way?
if I try to impress everybody, at some point I'm just not gonna impress everybody. You get what I'm saying? Because some people is gonna want me to do something, some other people is gonna want me to do something. I just gotta stick to what the game plan is, to what has been working for me, to what my corner is telling me. Because at the end of the day, as much as I try and as much as we all try, I feel like make everybody happy, it's not going to happen. As long as I make my team, my family, and everybody around me happy, everybody else will enjoy a show.
How much hotter is this division than even the last time we talked? Zoo and Fundora
Man,
went to war. Yeah, Crawford's here
I
now.
feel like I feel like 154 now is the 135 3 years ago. I feel like that's what it comes down to. We got all these guys from 47 moving up to 54, and all the guys from 54 staying here and just beating and fighting each other. The way boxing world, the work boxing works is just crazy. So I feel like 154 is one of the hottest, if not the hottest division right now in boxing.
Yeah, I mean, because Boots, Vergil, and Crawford. I mean, Boots not yet, but it's inevitable pretty soon. And it's like, man, you
I
add
mean,
those 3 names.
even Errol Spence
Errol,
moving up. I mean, you
right?
got all these guys moving up, and the guys that have been here fighting each other and making all these big fights happen. I feel like it's coming to a point where it's got to be the hottest division in boxing. It's got to be the division where everybody wants to be.
Now, Xander, you know what I think. I'm speculating, but you know what I think those top dogs, those veterans, would be saying if they heard you talk about you're ready for the big dogs. I think they'd say, "We know you're good. We know you're young, but slow down, young man." And all that. What would you have to say? What do you say to that? If the big dogs in the
Man,
division think you're too young to start stepping up to that level?
listen, this is boxing. To be the best, you got to fight the best. Um, and I'm ready for it. I'm all about it. I won the smoke. I feel like it's time to show the world why Puerto Rico is gonna have a new world champion at 154 pounds sometime soon. And I'm ready for those big names.
What are your thoughts on the Crawford Madrimov fight?
Man, I feel like it's gonna be a great fight. Obviously, Crawford moving up to 54. We got to see how he make that adjustment. Madrimov is a good fighter. A lot of movement, a lot of power punching inside. He's very smart with his punching selection. But so is Crawford. I mean, Crawford, we saw what he did in his last fight and what he's been doing his whole career. Very, very high IQ, very competitive guy, and I feel like it's gonna be a really, really good fight.
Well, I mean, if he wins that fight, there's talk that the WBO is going to put the belt on that winner and not on Fundora. How do you reconcile that? Like, you'd be 21
Man,
gearing
it
up.
should it could be crazy, but if everything works as planned, they I think yesterday they gave the 6 months to Fundora to decide what he's going to do with the title. So that puts me in that conversation. Patrick Teixeira next, then hopefully Josh Kelly or Exxon Lubin for the interim title, and then December comes December or beginning of New Year, I'll be fighting Sebastian Fundora for the world title for the WBO.
Wow, how do you think the business of that works out when you're top ranking? He's PBC.
Man, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. He's with Samson. I feel like Samson can make something happen with Top Rank. Um, Obviously, if the money's right for him and for me, the business is right, I feel like we can make it happen. At the end of the day, I just want to fight for the title. The easier fight to make right now, I feel like after Patrick Teixeira, is Erickson Lubin or Josh Kelly. I feel like those are fights that we could definitely make happen. And then we'll start negotiating with Samson to see what he wants to do with Fundora. I feel like he will be happy to come to a Top Rank show and have a world title defense against me in a Top Rank show for sure.
Well, thank you so much, Xander, man. Good luck to you. June 8th. Congrats again on your first time
Thank you,
headline. I'm sure it won't be the last time you're headlining the Puerto Rican Day Parade, but anything
Thank you,
else you
brother.
got to say, let it rip. Thank you, Xander.
Man, Sean, thank you for the time. Thank you for the love always. To everybody watching, tune in June 8th. If you're in the East Coast, get your tickets, fly out to New York. We're going to put on a show like I always do. And I'm going to show the world why there's a new name at 154 pounds.
Thank you, Xander. Thanks,
Thank
Gabe.
you, Sean. All right, brother.
Thanks, guys.